Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube for another gym life vlog. We're going to be building our shoulders and building our self-esteem. Now the reason I chose shoulders is because I've got about a 45-minute window to get a workout in before I get to go to a dinner with a good friend. And I just figured shoulders is a great exercise to go with building your self-esteem. And the reason I chose self-esteem is because obviously when you look good, you feel good. People judge you based on how you look, right? And that's just a sad truth. That's just the world we live in. People judge you based on how you look. So if you look like a slob, if you dress like crap, if you're not well groomed, then people are going to treat you as such. Whereas you take the time to invest in yourself, to keep yourself clean, keep yourself up, and embrace that high value man that you're supposed to be. So today's workout, we're going to go 2 workouts of front delts, 2 workouts of side delts, and 2 workouts of rear delts. So you guys are only going to get to see me do 2 sets because I knocked out 3 sets and the entire time the audio wasn't working on the camera. So you're only going to get to witness 2 sets. Now one thing a lot of you guys are going to notice is how this bench is sitting straight up. All right, so when it comes to working out, a lot of people like to feed their ego. Like me, for example. Like if I'm doing shoulder press and I want to look like I'm lifting heavy, or if I want to make myself feel strong, I'll lean the bench back to where it's inclined a little bit, to where I'm not using all shoulders, but I'm using a little bit of chest. Whereas this position, it's completely vertical and I can't really use my chest. I have to rely on my shoulders, which is good because it kills the ego lifting. It makes me focus on the actual form. You don't need to be going that heavy to where you can't really control the weight. Like I always tell y'all, the heavier the weight, the less control you have of it, or the stronger you are, the more control you have of it. So your choice. 1, 10, 11, 12. So you'll notice whenever I'm doing my shoulder press, I'm going all the way down right here, because when I go down right here, it's stretching my front delt, which is going to make my front delt bigger. Go all the way down right here, all the way up, all the way down right here, all the way up. Now, if it gets to the point to where you can't control that weight, you can't go all the way down, you can't go all the way up, you start using your back, you start sliding in the seat, that's a sign that you need to lower the weight. I've seen so many people with torn rotator cuffs or herniated discs just because they were so caught up with their ego, where they weren't lifting the weights properly and they were compensating by not using the right form, by twisting in the seat, by using their back when they shouldn't be using their back. So self-esteem, huh? You realize self-esteem starts whenever you're a child. And fortunate for some people, unfortunate for others, some people don't have any self-esteem, and a lot of it is from them being a kid. Some don't really get a chance to build their self-esteem as a child. They're really robbed of it. I mean, these are the people who are babied. These are the people who quit when it gets hard. These are the people who cry. These are kids who cry whenever they score an 80 on the test. And there's nothing wrong with caring about your grades, but it's the fact that, hey, you got an 80 because you didn't study hard enough. Whereas I'd be the one who, I don't know, barely passed, and I'd be happy with that because I know I barely put in the work to get it. So don't let the results of something get you down if you know you didn't put the work in. Like if you barely put in the work and you barely pass, you barely win, you barely make it, then don't be surprised. Be grateful about that. It's just like people who look like shit, who hate the way that they look. These are the same people who are in the comments telling people that they're on steroids, talking about genetics, this, that, and the third, while they're eating pizza on the fucking couch. They're projecting their laziness on other people. You know, they think that they can't get it because they're not putting the work, so they want to pull others down because others are willing to put in the work to get the results that they want. 3, all the way up. Remember, we're going to be stretching that front delt by going all the way down right here. 1, stretching that front delt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want y'all to know I love y'all because I did like 5 sets before I realized that my microphone wasn't working. So this is gonna be the second workout for the front delts that we're gonna be doing. So these right here are gonna be upright rows. We're gonna go 4 sets of 20 right here. Honestly, you really don't need this much weight here. I might drop the weight just so I can have more control. But we're gonna go 4 sets of 20 right here. Really focus on squeezing all the way at the top, getting as much blood flow in that front delt as possible. Now, some people like to go slow with them. You can go slow, or you can also spam them. Now, spamming them is gonna be half reps, where you're just gonna be keeping the blood flow in there. Because down here is gonna be like your rest point for your shoulders, whereas right here, you're keeping the tension on them. So you can go here for 20 rapid reps, or you can go slow and controlled with it. Really just depends on what your goal is and how you like to lift. All right, so we got 4 sets right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Fuck, that was some work. Funny story. One time I was inclining right here, and this is when I was like an egotistical maniac. I was doing 315 on this thing, and on incline, I didn't have a spot, and it wouldn't wreck. And I had like burnt out. I don't know why I thought it was okay to burn out with 315 on incline without a spot, knowing that this machine is faulty. So I'll actually show you a clip right here.
Yep, this is me. Don't mind my crappy form. This was just ego lifting at its finest.
Fuck. I hate this thing. Fuck. That thing is gonna kill someone one day. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely going lighter here because my bicep just got shot. I knew I should have stayed around the 25-pound range. You don't really need to lift that heavy with. Like I said, it's all an ego thing. I've got this buddy, his name is Shreddy Fit. Check out Shreddy on Instagram. Super jacked dude, super buff. And I was talking to him yesterday in LA Fitness, and he said something to me. He was like, bro, I don't lift heavy at all. Like, I go for as many reps as possible. And he's noticed that he's actually gotten bigger by going lower weight, more reps. Jesse, hey buddy, how are you? Can't let it go. Self-esteem, huh? All right, so since we're on the subject of self-esteem, I'm gonna give you 5 ways to build your self-esteem. The first one is to get to know yourself. You get to know yourself by finding your purpose through your passion. Find out who it is you are and what you're meant to do. The second one is gonna be to challenge yourself. All right, like if you always have it easy, if everything's just laid in your hand, then when adversity hits you in the mouth, then you won't know how to respond to it. In the Marine Corps, they used to always say something to me, just get comfortable being uncomfortable and adapt, achieve, and overcome. The third way to build your self-esteem is to practice positive self-talk. I mean, if you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not worth it, then you never will be. I mean, if you spend all day sabotaging yourself, then how can you expect to see the value in yourself? And the fourth way to build your self-esteem is by not comparing yourself to others. There's a famous quote that comparison is the thief of joy. I mean, if you're too busy looking at someone else's growth and what they've got, what's happened for them in their life, it's just gonna stunt your growth. It's gonna throw you off track, you're gonna run off the road. Stay in your lane and just keep trusting the process. And the last one's gonna be to do something nice for you, bro. I mean, you deserve it. Okay, it's not easy being an adult out here. It's not easy being a man. It's not easy being a person in this generation. So treat yourself, okay? You deserve it. And the day you start believing that you deserve it is when things are just gonna start opening up to you. Like the self-esteem and the confidence that I have today, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen with one thing going wrong. It was just a series of just me losing and getting back up. I mean, if you wanna succeed, then you better be ready to pick yourself off that mat because you're gonna fall down, bro. And if you stay down, then you'll just be that victim who continues to complain about his life and why everything is happening to them. So keep getting off that mat, keep showing up, and all the adversity and everything that you're going through right now is just building you up to be the person that your family is gonna need in the future. So the first workout of side delts is gonna be side laterals. We're gonna do 3 sets of drop sets. All right, so we're gonna start off with 30 pounds. We're gonna go to 27.5, and then we're gonna go to 25, all right? We're gonna really focus on squeezing at the top and really controlling the weight, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's so funny because I always say I'm gonna do 12 reps or 8 reps, and then I end up doing like twice as many. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I know that today's video isn't about embracing the process. Everything's about embracing the process, but this guy, he commented on my YouTube and he said, hey bro, I just want to let you know I was one of your first 500 subscribers. And it touched my heart because, you know, it's like success leaves clues. And you just gotta keep an open mind because they're right there in front of you, and you just keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up, And it's got to happen. It already happened. You just got to keep showing up. 3, 4, 5, 11, 12. Like when you look good, you feel good, bro. Like doesn't matter what room I walk into, doesn't matter who's in there, doesn't matter what girl's in there, it just doesn't matter. Like it feels good to be able to go in a place and show up as I am. And it's because of those 5 steps that I gave y'all. I took the time to get to know myself. I took the time to challenge myself and see adversity as a way for me to get better. I stopped comparing myself to others. I started treating myself, and I stopped self-sabotaging myself. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that second set definitely wiped me out. We're gonna start again with the 30s. Whew. Some people like to do seated side laterals. I feel like it makes me lazy. Like I feel like if I'm sitting down, it makes me feel like I don't have to go as hard. Like, I don't know. I just try to put myself in the worst position possible to succeed. And you know, when life smacks me in the mouth, it's just another day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, bro, like, you people fucking kill me, bro. Like, you're gonna quit because they got hard. You're gonna quit because you lost the first round. Like, you gonna quit because things didn't happen immediately. Like, you think you get to look this good and not want to quit, not have to sacrifice, not have trials and tribulations and still show up to the gym? Like, you think you're gonna drive a Lambo and quit every time the business gets hard? Nah, bro. People are where they are because of the work they put in. And you're gonna have to go through that same work. Stop trying to skip the grind, skip the hustle. You gotta keep fucking showing up, bro. That's what they did. That's what it takes to reach a pinnacle of success. So I'm doing more side laterals. Damn, I look good. See, like the sun's bouncing off of me right now. Shoulders popping. It's like literally bouncing off of that side delt. Self-esteem, treating yourself, positive self-talk, investing in yourself, challenging yourself, telling yourself you look good. You know, not comparing myself to the buff guy beside me. I know it looks like I just did these, I did, but these are gonna be negative. So we're gonna focus on going up, slow and controlled, focus on going down, slow and controlled. And what that does is it stretches that delt and makes it bigger, which is why my delts look like bowling balls. Incoming gear accusations. 5, 6, 7, 8. I've been wired to just like go until failure my entire life, even when I was in the Marine Corps. And now like I'll tell myself, hey, I'm only gonna do 10 reps. And then I end up busting out like 20 reps because I just like forget and just keep going until I can't go anymore. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So me and my boy, we're going to Colombia and Dominican Republic this summer. And like, I'm just really being a little, so I'm just being way more strict with my diet this time around, because obviously when I go there, I want to, you know, stand out. I want to be, you know, that guy on the beach, which I will be. And I say that to say, hey, you should always stay ready. Like I've got a buddy who travels 2 or 3 times a year, and 2 months out, he's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the beach. I'm going to lose 40 pounds. Then he never loses the 40 pounds. If he sees this, I love you, bro. He never actually loses the 40 pounds. It's because he's slacked up, he's gotten lazy, and he's told himself this lie that he can lose 40 pounds in a matter of 2 months when he has poor discipline, he has poor habits, and he just doesn't show up. All right, guys, so this right here is gonna be one of the 2 rear delt exercises that we're gonna do. This exercise here is a sleeper, okay? Because a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and they think it's about just spamming weight, it's about lifting as heavy as you can. It's not. It's about lifting a weight that you can control, and then when you get to the point to where you're right here, your rear delt should be flexed and it should be filled up with blood. Like, bro, this thing goes all the way down to 300 pounds. Here I am at 220 pounds. I think I'm pretty strong. I'm only lifting 60 pounds. So why do you need 300 pounds? Here we go. So right here, we're gonna grab the horizontal bar. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna put our thumb in this part here. We're gonna put our thumb here. We're going to extend, squeeze. All right, we wanna keep our shoulders close here. We don't want our shoulders all the way up here. We want them down right here. And then we just squeeze. 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna tell you another reason why having self-esteem is very important. Because when you catch yourself in that moment of life where someone's talking bad about you or telling lies or saying things that aren't true about you, it doesn't matter to you because you know who you are. Like, I'm that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Or when you walk in a room and people are insecure and they look at you a certain way, it doesn't bother you anymore because you own every place that you go into with your confidence, your self-esteem, and your pure intentions. I mean, it's happened to me all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've walked in the room and people look at me a certain way, and well, maybe it's because I'm black, I'm tatted up, I've got a whole bunch of different things. It doesn't matter. It don't really matter. I own it. I own every room I walk into, and I say that humbly because I know who I am. I value myself, I respect myself, and I invest in myself day in and day out. And that's what it's going to take for you to build your self-confidence. You can't have high confidence if you have low self-esteem. Okay, you can't have self-esteem if you don't know who you are, if you don't treat yourself, if you don't practice positive self-talk, if you don't stop comparing yourself to others. So I told you guys I would show you the other angle. This is going to be the other angle. Just really watch how I focus on contracting, all right, and I'm going slow. I'm not slamming the weight. The weight is slow and controlled. Edgar. And you see how like I have T-Rex arms right now? That's how my rear delts gets fully activated. Not by having arms like this, but by having T-Rex arms. All right, so I told you guys that I was getting ready to go to a dinner and we had to run through the shoulder workout. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick 10-minute arm triple set that's gonna maximize your arms, your blood flow, and give you a pump that lasts all through dinner. We're gonna start off with 12 reps of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12. Like that's the first set. That's like the first set of the triple set. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I look good, bro. You see the way the shoulders is popping, the way the light bouncing off my shoulder? Like, bro, you should be hyping yourself up when you're in the middle of going through whatever it is you're going through, bro. It's just building you up for tomorrow. It's gonna make you a better person than you are today. Like, bro, practice positive self-talk. Like, the way you talk to yourself is the way that the world's gonna present itself to you. You know, like, hey, if you look at it like, hey, this adversity, this pain that I'm going through is making me a better person for tomorrow. These sacrifices I'm making are gonna be the rewards for tomorrow. Then, bro, the world's gonna open up at your fingertips. You know, like, bro, see the world for the good that's in it. You know what I mean? Like, if you continue to self-sabotage, you know, to play the victim game, you know, I don't deserve this. No one cares about me, no one likes me, I'm not good enough for this, then you'll continue to live that life of being the victim. You know, you'll be that guy in the comments who's commenting something negative on everything that comes on your screen because you're hateful and you refuse to see the world in a different perspective. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. So I'm gonna leave y'all with the 5 things that I told you that is going to improve your self-esteem. Again, that's gonna be challenging yourself. It's going to be getting to know yourself. It's going to be not comparing yourself to others. It's going to be practicing positive self-talk. And it's going to be treating yourself because you deserve it. If you guys enjoyed this YouTube channel, comment, like, subscribe, show me some love. I really appreciate all the DMs and the comments that I got. It really inspires me to keep producing content because, you know, maybe I'm not impacting 1 million lives yet, but, you know, 1 life a day is good enough for me, and that, you know, makes this all worth it.